Hey everybody, I'm Rhino. Welcome to the Chef Paresseux. Today we are making cookies. I was put to the challenge to see if I could find a way to do cookies that requires not adding sugar. And frankly, every recipe I was finding would just add Splenda instead. And some of you know how much I love Splenda. But I did find a solution. Dates. Perfect. In order to make this both sugarless and flourless, we're going to first need to make a nice batter. That is going to be 3 bananas. They don't have to be brown and spotty because I'm not waiting a week for them to be brown and spotty, and my food processor will whip it up just fine. Once the bananas are in, we're going to pulse them just a couple of seconds. They will whip up really fast. Then you'll want a cup of dates. I bought the 8-ounce pack because 8 ounces is a cup, and that way I don't have to measure it out. Yay! And you need to pit them. They're really easy to pit. You just squeeze it, the pit comes out. So if they're pre-pitted or not, it doesn't matter. It's a very easy thing to do. Once you've got all your dates into the mixture, pulse for 4 or 5 seconds. If you don't have a food processor or you don't want to use it, you can mash it all together with a masher. You can also cut up your dates with a knife or with scissors to make it easier. And then you'll want a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The salt really brings out all the flavors. Cinnamon is optional, but I love the taste of cinnamon and things. If you have only a salt grinder to work with, grind it into the measuring cup first and then pour it into your 1/4 teaspoon. And then you'll want 1/2 cup of olive oil. Not canola oil or vegetable oils, because those are really terrible. Olive oil, very good. Or you could use something whimsical like safflower oil. Measure out 1/2 cup of oil, put it into the mixture along with that teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Blend them together, maybe 10 seconds at most. The batter should be smooth and almost pour right out. Test it out. You'll notice that the batter is sweet and you're pretty much good to go. You just have to decide what kind of cookie you want. So we're gonna make an oatmeal cookie. So we'll need 2 cups of rolled oats. That also is gonna give a nice hearty consistency to the batter. And then we're gonna put in chocolate chips. Now if you're trying to avoid all sugars, well, obviously the fruit has sugar in it, but you don't have to use chocolate chips. You could use something like dried cranberry, walnuts. If you do use chocolate chips, you can use 1/2 cup or a whole cup. I'm using a whole cup. I love chocolate chips. I just think my oats and chocolate chips may overflow from the food processor bowl, so I'm going to use a bigger bowl. Another option would be 1/2 cup coconut. I think I'm going to do 1 regular batch, 1 batch with coconut. You're going to want to roll the oats into the batter so that they're completely together with the batter. Same with the chocolate chips. You don't want them floating around on the outside of the batter because then you're just going to burn them. They're not going to cook with the cookie. After you scoop them out, do flatten them a little. They shouldn't be any bigger than the palm of your hand, but because there's no butter or egg, they're not going to expand like regular cookies. Whatever shape you cook them in, they're going to stay put. You're going to put it in the oven for 25 minutes, up to about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. And there you have it, cookies. There used to be 3 cookies on this plate. I ate one. It was good. So enjoy your cookies. Drink it with some milk. You'll love it. Soy milk for Veronica and half of my friends. Anywho, thanks for watching the Chef Paresseux. Tune in next time. We're doing sunny side up eggs on skillets. We're not going to serve it on a skillet. We're going to make it in a skillet. It'll be great. You'll see. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.